Hi again. We'll continue with grade 8 final exam practice. So we're still doing rates, and then we're going to run into algebra right after at question 84. So Chantal types 280 words in 4 minutes. What's her unit rate of typing? So basically they want to know how many words she could type per minute. And therefore you do 280 divided by 4, which equals 70 words per minute. So that's her unit rate. 81, a cruise ship travels a distance of 170 kilometers in 10 hours. What's the average speed of the ship? So if they travel 170 kilometers in 10 hours, the average speed will be 170 divided by 10, and that will give you 17 kilometers per hour. That's how fast the ship travels. At an average speed of 56 kilometers an hour, how far can you travel in 6 hours? So, you know, if you could travel 56 kilometers per hour and you want to find out how many kilometers can you travel in 6 hours, all you need to do is just multiply 6 times 56. How many kilometers you travel in 6 hours. So that's basically 336 kilometers in 6 hours. A 15-liter container of water costs $18.75. What's the cost per liter? Well, for this one here, you have to go 18.75 divided by 15 liters, and it will give you $1.25 or $1.25 per liter. Now we're going to start algebra, and all students pay attention, because this, from grade 8 all the way till you finish math going into university, this you'll always have to deal with things like this. So now we're solving this. 25 plus 5x equals 10. Now what I advise you to do, because this is added, you move the 25 to the other side of the equal sign, and when you move it to the other side of the equal sign, you change it to minus, so that becomes 5x equals 10 minus 25, which leads to 5x equals negative 15. Now at this stage right here, you see how the 5 with the x means it's 5 times x, so you want to do the opposite. You divide then by 5. You divide both sides by 5, I guess, and that will give you x equals negative 3. Now, how about this one here? This one, if you want to get rid of the fractions right away, if you want to get rid of that 6 on the bottom, you could just multiply both sides by 6. So therefore, you go 6 times 11, that gives you 66, plus 6 times d over 6. And just know when you multiply a whole number by a fraction, the whole number will cancel with the bottom of the fraction. That's why you're multiplying by 6. So that will simply give you d. And 6 times 22 is 132. And now you want to move this 66 to the other side. Since it's added, if you move it to the other side, you subtract it. So it will be d equals 132 minus 66. And therefore d equals 66. Now evaluate. If I want to evaluate this, definitely I want to do inside the brackets first. So I'll have negative 7 brackets. 5 plus 4 is 9. Now negative times positive is negative, and 7 times 9 is 63. I have a video on YouTube that shows you how to do a multiplication table from 6 to 9 using your hands. If anyone is having trouble with the multiplication table, I recommend highly that you watch that video just go to that video. It will help you a great deal if you're having trouble with the multiplication table. Now, next one right here. So they want me to solve for Z. So there are a few ways you could do this. You could distribute the 3 into the Z into the 4, but my choice would be to divide both sides by 3. You could do that. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6 equals, and then you just get Z plus 4. You don't need to write the brackets because once you get rid of that 3, there's no need for the brackets. Now what you want to do, you want to move that 4 to the other side of the equal sign. Since it's added, when you move it to the other side, you minus it, so it becomes negative 6 minus 4 equals Z, and therefore Z equals negative 10. I know in school they show you minus 4 from both sides. You could do that as well, but just know if it's added here when you move to the other side, it's minusing the same. We both saying the same thing. It's just a bit quicker. Okay, so here's another one. So there are a few things that you could do here. You know, sometimes in math, there are a few approaches that you could use. So I'm going to do this approach, this 8 here, I'm going to move it to the other side. So I have two brackets, x plus 4 equals 18 minus 8, which gives me 2x plus 4 equals 10. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So 2 here, 2 there, and that will give me x plus 4 equals 5, and therefore x equals 5. You move the 4 to the other side, becomes minus 4. X equals 1. Now, let's go to this question right here. Complete the table of values for the linear equation. So they're giving you y equals negative 5x plus 10. They're giving you the x values and they say find the y values. So basically, this is just straight substitution. So if you want to find the y value when x is 0, you just go negative 5 times 0 plus 10. And anything times 0 gives you 0. 0 plus 10 is 10. So this gives me 10. Now y equals negative 5. And I'm going to sub in the next number, which is 1 plus 10. So that basically negative 5 times 1 gives me negative 5 plus 10 will give me positive 5. And now we just try the next question. We're just going to do the next one. It's negative 5 times 2, because that's the x value right there, plus 10. That gives me negative 5 times 2, which is negative 10, plus 10 gives me 0. Now I'm seeing a trend here. As these numbers increase by 1, the y values, or as the x increases by 1, the y values go down by 5. So I know my next answer is going to be negative 5, and my next answer is going to be negative 10 because you're going down by 5. This is it for this math final. I hope this helps a lot of students. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with others so others could benefit. Thank you again. Bye-bye.